Hi everyone. So I thought I would do my kind of November/December favorites for you. I didn't do a November favorites because I guess I just wasn't really feeling anything in particular, or not enough things to warrant making a video. So I have been liking some kind of new, different, specific things lately, so I thought I would share those with you. I do have also a couple that I'm kind of, I like this, but I don't like that. You know, I really want to like it, except for something's holding me back, you know, that kind of thing. And a couple things, or maybe just one thing, that is just an outright flop. And that's such a bummer because I thought I really liked it. So let's just get going. I guess I'll do the flop first, get it out of the way. I'm sad to mention this, but it's the L'Oreal Superior Preference Mousse Absolue, and this is 654 Light Auburn. I do like the color, and that's what the majority of my hair color is, but if you'll see, let's see, yeah, I guess it's probably pretty noticeable on this side, maybe on this side. So I have a lot of like kind of white and gray around my temples here, and it just doesn't seem to cover it. So I have some pretty long strands at the side here that are quite white and gray. After using this for a couple months. So that's a bummer. I really like how easy it is to use. You don't have to mix anything together. In theory, you can use it more than once, though with my hair length, I do have to use the whole thing all at once. It is expensive, but there's often coupons and deals and whatnot. You can get it quite cheap. But if you have gray that you're trying to cover, it just doesn't seem to work very well. So I need to find something new. I need to spend some money at Ulta if I want to keep my platinum status, which will mean the points don't expire, and that's preferable. I'm pretty close, so I'm just gonna do, you know, a hair color, body wash, that kind of stuff purchase, most likely, just to get me up to that level, keep my points, etc. So the two things, let's see, well, three things. We'll say three things that are kind of, I'm on the fence. Part of it I really like, part of it I don't. Let's do the newest one first. Okay, this is the Missha Signature Real Complete BB Cream SPF 25. The shade number is 13. The color is so pretty. It is so good. It is so good for my skin tone, which is, I never get that. Right? It looks very light. I think it might oxidize a teeny tiny bit, but let me just kind of blend it into my hand here. And my hand is actually a little bit lighter than my face, as you'll see, but I think it's, oh, I've got a dim light from Hourglass on my neck, so my neck's looking a little bronzed, just so it could get closer to my face. I'll explain that in a bit. Yeah. The color, that color, it's perfect. It's perfect. But the texture doesn't work for my face. It seems that my skin is quite dry from kind of here out, and this looks really dry on my face. So I've been trying to mix it with, and can we say though that the bottle is so pretty? And I did get this at a very reasonable price, so at least I didn't spend a bunch of money on it. But I really want to make it work because the color is so nice, so I don't know if I can do some tweaks to my skincare and make it work for me. I don't know. I've been putting on so much extra moisturizer to the dry parts of my face, to the point where sometimes I'm getting small blemishes because obviously it's too much. So I feel like I'm really trying to address the dryness, but it's just, whenever I put anything on there, it just looks so dry. It's just, I wore it alone yesterday. And so what I did was took 2 pumps of my CeraVe PM moisturizer and just put that on my face. So that's a pretty generous layer, and didn't really let it sink in that much. And then I took maybe 3/4 of a pump of this and just tapped it in, which is so tedious, but it's the only way that a lot of products will work at the moment. So lots of tapping. At least that was usable. The other times I've tried to wear this completely by itself, it was like take it off your face kind of ugly. Let's see. Yeah, You can't even really see it. I mean, I only have it on half my hand and you would never know. The coverage is actually quite high for a BB cream. I like everything about it except for the way that it sits on my skin, which is like the most important feature. So maybe I can figure out a way to make this work. Okay, next thing that I'm kind of on the fence about. This is a travel or deluxe size, sample size of the Meteorites Perles, which is, it's a discontinued formula or color. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, Temptalia says this is the same as the current colors and formula. Basically, she can't tell any difference. And these are the little balls of stuff. So I really like the finish this gives. It's very glowy. It's much more glowy than, say, my NARS like reflecting setting powder. This one has a sheen, but I'd say it's not as noticeable. But the problem with this is it has like chunks of glitter in it, like visible chunks of glitter. Why? I would think for such a luxe brand that they would not do glitter, especially in all over setting powder. I kind of tinkered with the settings so that it wouldn't wash me out horribly because it was like majorly blowing out all the highlights on my face. I think that might have set a focus point as well. Anyway, it has little bitty sparkles and it's an all over like finishing powder. It doesn't make any sense. But I do like the way the appearance it gives to my skin. It seems to kind of set the like sticky type products that I've been using, like the tinted moisturizer. Like I feel like I'm not tacky at all, which is nice. So I really like this. Oh, also it has a really strong scent. I think it has kind of lost some of its scent. I couldn't use it when I was pregnant because it made me so queasy. But I feel very scattered in this video, guys. Sorry. I've just been all over the place. I was messing with this whole background situation and like steaming the curtains, and I've only got 40 minutes before the baby wakes up. Now it's probably like 20 minutes before the baby wakes up. Stressed. And I need to get this done today. Anyway, I really like it, but yeah, the scent is funky. It's expensive. It's messy. And it has those sparkles, but I really do like the way it looks. So that's my other kind of like, I'm liking it a lot, but in another way, I'm not liking it much. But I'm still using it, so. Oh, and one thing that I definitely, I'm gonna say is 100% just really like it, is this Too Faced teddy bear. I think it's just considered a powdered brush. I don't think they sell this one anymore. It was in a kit and now the kit's different. But the softness is so nice, and also what really works out well is even though this is a small container, it sits in there really nicely and it picks up a lot of product. I think the first times I tried to use this, I was just so confused because I was using a brush that just wasn't picking up the product well, or I wasn't being diligent enough to get it on the brush. So you can see there. Let's just get some more sparkles on your face. So the scent is violet, I believe. Kind of a powdery violet situation. Doesn't bother me so much now, and it's also kind of tapered off, like I mentioned. Okay, the last thing in the, I really like it, but it has a caveat type thing. Paula's Choice Sheer Matte Tint, SPF 30, level 1. This is, I repurchased this, and the upside is I can apply, I don't have to be careful. I can just squirt out a whole bunch, smear it all over my face, blend it in, done. It doesn't settle into my pores. It doesn't really enhance dryness very much. You know, everything is going to a little, but it's not bad about it. It's the only face color product right now that I can just kind of put on like everybody else does. And the downside is that it's too dark, and I do things like this where I have to take dim light from Hourglass and bring the color of my neck up a little bit to match my face. Now I didn't do mine because I was wearing a different shirt, so there might be a little bit of a strange color gradation going on here where it all of a sudden gets more pale and less warm down here. But anyway, I really do like this product. Definitely recommend it if you are within their color range. It's not a super, it definitely has less coverage than the Missha, and let me just get a little bit out of here and I'll show you. So it is sheer. I mean, there is sheer in the name, right? But, so you can see that's the color of it. It kind of, the color definitely is very similar to the Clinique CC cream in very light. The upside is the color doesn't change when I bring my hands up here, so that's exciting. The color and the lighting doesn't go like whoosh, whoosh. Yeah. Feeling flustered. Okay, so now we can just talk about things that I am really liking. I don't ever really talk about it, but CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara. I really like it. One thing I really like is it comes off super easy at night. Other things, you know, they still come off with soap and water, like the Lorac Pro mascara and the Miss Manga. But for some reason, I feel like this comes off the easiest of most mascaras I've used. I can build it up to my preferred kind of mascara look. I am wearing it today without taking too long, and it's just nice. I like the brush on it. It's the plasticky type, but for whatever reason I don't tend to stab myself in the waterline with it like I do the regular Lash Blast volume. That one I always poke myself with. So I really like that that aspect. It's just a good mascara, and when I want to use something that I know will work, I can use it. Okay, so another thing that I really liked, surprisingly, is this travel size Sigma EO5. This must have come in an order as the free gift, you know. I must have gotten this one, yeah. I feel like it has a smaller, a smaller point. It's a little bit more tightly packed than my full-size version of this, because I bought that kit that this comes in way long time ago. And what I like about it is, yeah, it's like chunky, but for me, I have like my lids, they're saggy, right? So I have to draw a like really thick line of liner in order to get it to show when I have my eyes open. So I have to get it all the way down to the lash line, of course, because at some point you are going to see that. And it's going to look weird against my lashes if I don't. But I also need to go pretty thick, you know, in order for it to be visible. Because, I mean, if I use a thin liner brush, like the really thin ones, it just doesn't make any sense on my face because my lids are just like, whoop. You know, it's just, I need a thick line. This makes it really easy and really fast. So I actually found myself grabbing for this more, and I've been using my cream and gel eyeliners a lot more because of it. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that I had kind of not used for a while, but all of a sudden realized, oh, hey, this actually works for me. And this is the MAC 180, oh, I don't know what it is. The numbers have come off. A small duo fiber brush. Oh, look at that, it's got one sticking out. Yeah, I really like how soft the bristles are. I have a fair number of duo fiber brushes, and this one is the softest. I really like this for blush since I have a very fair skin tone around NC5 to NC10. It's easy for blush to go overboard on my face. So I've just been using this for applying blush lately and highlighter. So it's small, so I don't end up, you know, getting blush all the way down here. And I feel like I can really kind of, I can swirl it into the product, I can swirl it onto my face, and I'm still not going to end up with too much. I feel like it really makes highlighters go on very nicely, a lot more subtle than some of the other brushes I tend to use, but still very blended, and I don't know, I've just been really enjoying that brush. And I had ignored it for quite some time, even though it was quite expensive. So I'm glad that I've been finding something that I really liked to use it for. Okay, so last thing is the Urban Decay NAKED3 palette. I didn't buy this. I had a very generous friend who bought it and wasn't using it, sent it to me. And I feel like there are some problems with this. This could almost go in that first category of yes but no. And what I find is that it's very easy for everything to look the same with these colors. There's a lot of things in that kind of mid-tone here that they seem like they should be really cool, different colors, but they all end up kind of looking the same. So I would say that it's a little tricky to get a distinctive eye, a lot of different looks out of it, but the colors are just colors that I really like and that I think work really well on my kind of combination of coloring with the blue eyes, the warm undertone, very fair freckles situation, and the red hair. I feel like it just works. Hopefully I'm going to record a few videos this week. My husband is off from work for 3 weeks, I think. So I get lots of baby help, which is fun. I can hopefully do more, although it is difficult doing anything when Colin's awake and I'm not in there, because right now he's feeling a little attached and he doesn't like it so much when I go away and he knows where I am. It's one thing when you like leave the house. I mean, it's like, okay, she's gone, bye. But when he can hear me talking or he knows I'm in the bathroom or something like that, it's just like, let me in there. Let me in there. So I think that is everything. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I got to 200. That was kind of my goal by the end of the year, to get to 200. Hopefully I haven't lost anybody since I last checked. I do appreciate the subscriptions, the comments, the rating, all that stuff. I do. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much for doing that. And I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.